Rightio. Here we are. We're going to try some power storage today and power switches, I think. As long as I don't miss the stream like I did last night. Apologies for that. It's all good, guys. You don't have to be here for every stream. That's not a problem. I was thinking... Oh, hold on a sec. Sorry. There we go. It's showing my name with the VIP diamond. Check your Discord messages, guys. Rightio. Okay, so what we're going to do is... I might as well go down and change this so that these power slugs get done properly. What are they? They're blues? I assume they're blues. Blues, right. So we'll change this to blue. And I'll change this to blue. There we go. No worries, guys. Not a problem at all. I like the lighting effects swooping gives out. And there's also here, there's like a blue smoke that comes out. Right. We need to make a power augmenter. I'm thinking actually on top of that there would be top of this pillar here would be interesting. I've got an idea. Perfect. What about so one of these kind of go just there perfectly. Yeah, all right. Let's grab, we'll do some circle work, I think. That is there. I kind of want that to be in the middle. Something like that, I reckon. Alright. We'll do a circle again. This time I'll do it properly. It was a bit shoddy the last time I did one. So this is going to be a small circle though. We'll see. Is that going to... Yeah, see, I don't think so. Let's do one every 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 5. Let's try 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. Forget this. That's got to be underneath. Probably the 1 meter blocks aren't helping here. I don't think I like that. It's not going to be... maybe. Oh, I've done it again. I've done it again. Done it again. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 18 revolutions. So if I did one at 6 and one at 12, yeah. So that's 6. And then I'm just going to do, no, we'll do it. No, you idiot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, now I reckon I'm going to get rid of these. Oh, amount of sand fluctuators. Have to go make some. Oh, I thought I'd. It's alright. Maybe I put them in my box, or I used them. I can't remember. Oh, because I made some more stuff. That's probably why. I'm positive. Oh no, there's 300 here. That'll do me. Excuse me. Oops. Yeah, still needs to be bigger. That's right. So I reckon I want to do these. Oh, they're difficult to place. There we go. Should have just used one made of foundations. Still need to do this one down here. Leave that one there because we may need that. Pretty sure I'm going to have to put glass down. Or can I use the this one? Right, so I think if I just do it from here, yeah, look at that. You can zip that way and that way, but you won't zip that way. That's frustrating. Alright, now this one there. Can I do H? Yeah, right, we'll do that. I might also do And then I think that'll be, if I do that there. Oh yeah, what about a I was thinking one of these square ones, but a big frame pillar. Might be just perfect. No, it's not. I need one of these. Like that. And then I'll just grab all the foundations. And that can go that's centered on that side. I think that's going to be it there. So we just need power. What's the power nipple? Here. Let's do a so it's about there. We'll go with one of these. That looks pretty good. I think I want it there instead. Right, and then power. Bring it from this side. Right, let's go up the top. Oh wow, like it, as soon as you connect it to a power grid, it's making 500 megawatts and giving itself a free 50 megawatts. And now this. Oops. Rightio, so there is the capabilities of the Power Augmenter. Is it gives you 500 megawatts free power to start off with, and then it gives 10% power boost to all the machines on the network. So it's giving me like a 1200 megawatt, 1300 megawatt, and you can see some of my powers fluctuating here. So that'll be reflected, like it won't, as it drops, the power drops, it'll drop as well. But it's free power, it's worth using. You're limited to how many power slips, because these take 10 summer slips to build the machine. I think if you are good times. Gives you a shock. Is that 10% including the 500 or giving it based on your network prior to the additional 500? Gaz, well, when I built it and looked at it, it gave 500 megawatts free. Before anything was connected to the power grid, it was giving me 550 megawatts. So it actually gives 10% bonus of the device itself. All right, guys. All right, so done. Run this. Good rain this under here. I like that. Until I get to here, but anyway. Well, we can cover that up. Move the power up. Well, that power pole, yeah. That's got it. Alright, there's something else I want to try. Oh, these are the spitters. Oh, we're still doing stinger remains. We're still doing spitters. So we're going to need to wait until these are finished. How many coupons are going here? Another 44 coupons. Holy moly. Coupon crazy. Right, I was going to set up power switch. Priority power switch needs high-speed connectors. So I just need quick wire. This box here, which I never hooked up. All right. I'll let that make some high-speed connectors. Although Yeah, that'll take a little bit of time to upload. So high-speed connectors, and then I do kind of want to finish this off a bit more. What was that? What else was I going to do? There's a few different things I want to do. So I think I'm going to put these frame walls down. To about here, I reckon. Yeah, we'll do that for a minute. That's a bit better. Nice. Let's top that up for a bit more. All right, now cool. So we're going to do stingers next. All right, that'll keep processing those. Those capsules, those points will just keep getting created. I reckon. So there. Yeah, I'll put this here as well. Hello. I wonder. Alright, that's made that a bit cleaner. What else was I trying to do? DeGlad, hello, welcome. How you going? So priority power switches. Let's start off with it's invisible. Well, I assume that's a bug that will fix on reload. After. So put that there. You wouldn't even see it. Right. I'll call this stuff here. Actually, let's turn it off. This is all going to be the manual crafting area. Rightio. And I'm going to give them so priority 8 is low from what I understand and priority 1 is high. Let's check the wiki to be sure. There's our priority power switch. When there's power outage on a grid, priority power switches will turn off, starting with priority group 8 until power supply is adequate to meet demand. Priority group 1 will turn off last. Rightio. So it's currently off. Actually, I'm interested. If I go there, the switch is down. If I come over here and do that, the switch is up. Okay. And then I want to get power from the source grid, for instance, from there. I want to get rid of that there. Right. So this is consuming 960 megawatts right now. If it was working. It's interesting how it shows. So you can turn them all off. You can turn them all on or individual ones. It's interesting how this shakes. Oh, because the writing must be slightly larger. Look at that one. I'm curious now. It's something I want to try with these. Test 1. And I want to give this the same name, test 1. It's 2 test 1s. Interesting. All right. Yeah, we're going to put the power stuff on. That's something I do want to do. Is anything that's trying to think before I do that. I did want to do power storage. And I was thinking of these areas here, having them filled up with power storage, because I'm not going to use them for any other production lines. It's almost, well, if I left that there and we just went apart from this here, then I'd like to see if we can fill this area up. Oh man, you can do some weird hotkeys sometimes. Our lowest point is probably here. Well, it's actually no. Yeah, I think that's it there. I want to use grip metal down here, I think. Right, chainsaw. We'll start off with that. Now, it's not ideal. So we've got power storage, and these units don't exactly take up one platform. But they also, you can daisy chain them. So where are we? You put them next to each other, and so on and so on and so on. So that saves a lot of hassle. Just going to put one of these over here for a sec. So I want to build a blueprint of these, a stackable blueprint. I want to think about doing these in rows. So if you had a I need another hotbar. This one. So 2 and maybe 3. Start off with that. So that connector's there. That's the corner of it. I want to stack them. So we're going to need using these things again, I think. Let's just put, I won't put an end on it. I don't want to be right up flush, but I don't know if a control nudge there works well. And then it shouldn't matter. I'm just thinking about the way I'm building it. I think it needs to be there. So control nudge that way and control nudge that way. So can I fit a third one? Maybe. Nah. Well, here's the thing. Let's do no. Let's do this. Or yeah, they're like that. Maybe 8 to keep things. If I did it there. If I did it there. So a 2 meter found, I'd prefer to build at 2 meter foundations. So now, if that was there, then if, even with that one there, how was that? No, it's just a bit too big. That's all right. We can come down and make it fit. That should be fine there. I want them all to be the same though. So let's just do this for a sec. So that one's 7. And that one was 7. And that one was 7. But I think we need to go I reckon I get a bit confused sometimes. I think it should be off there. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 meters. So that's 6. So if I do and then there should be get rid of that one. Firehammer, long time no see, what's up? Well, not much yourself, we're just getting started with some of this power storage stuff. Making a blueprint to house them all. And I think that's what I want. And then the top. Well, that save was a bit of a killer. Just chilling after editing and learning shapes too on relaxing settings. I love the puzzle it gives us. Scratching niche you did not know I had. It's good when you find a game like that, isn't it? So if I hold control, no. Yeah, like that. Oh, and then I should just be able to do that. See what this looks like. Yeah, that's gonna be... That's not what I wanted. Control, so I need... Where am I? H, and then control 1 that way. I did not need you to jump. So that ends on the... there. And that's off. Right, so then... No. Alright, so really, I think I'm trying too hard here. When if I just do this, they'll all be centered. And then the top. Will just be there. So I'll do one end and not the other, and that way you can stack them with each other. And then was contemplating having a walkway between them and then face another unit the same way. So having that's a good question. Up the top here, you can't really have one. But the top would be the bottom sitting on top. Yeah, so I don't think that matters. So then if I did that, I would have... This is where it gets a little bit frustrating because... because you're trying to make it symmetrical. These walls aren't, there's no half version of these walls. So you're going to have to go like that. And then maybe that. I don't do it on that side, that's right. And then I would have a set of these here. This is where it becomes a bad idea because those ramps aren't going to match up. Never gonna, because of the height difference I chose. Yep. So what we're going to have to do is, I think, ditch the top row and just make them symmetrical. And redo these ones. So in other words, if we had that there, then I think it's 3 of those is the height of this. Yeah, that's what we should have done to start off with. So later we can join them up with the staircase on one side or both sides. But this is what I don't like, is these power nipples. So it's going to need to be this height here. That'll be to there. That's not too bad. You can still go up to, turn around, and up to, which keeps in line with everything else I've been doing in the other factories. So it's not a bad design. So that should be, these should be that wide. And then do I, so this, I don't put the catwalk in because the catwalk goes on the So another floor, that's sitting on top of there. So that, if that was, so this catwalk down here is at a different level, because that's the bottom of that sitting on the ground, the bottom of that sitting on the ground, whereas so when I place this, so I think what I need to do is when I stack these, so when I stack these, I can't put the catwalk up here because that'll change the height of the blueprint. I don't have vertical nudging right now. If I put them down the bottom, then when it goes on, it will be off. We'll test it and find out. It can be done later. The top one can be done later, if need be. We will so I'll leave that there. We'll call that a power storage stack. And we'll put it under power, towers, poles. All right, so here's a power storage stack. Which probably will go to there. Now if I switch to blueprint mode, this is what I wanted to see. Oh no, that's right. Wow. That'll work quite well. Except for that one there that's... But just as an individual stack, that works well. I'm just not sure if this dropped height here, if I like it or not. I don't know, maybe I do want it level. No, I need to be lower. Yeah, that height there. In other words, they just need to go into that corner. So that was... So I just need to come up 2 more meters with these foundations.
Hey Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you, Live, for the follow.
Brune, hey old smoking. Do I see a ring on that finger? Did you get married and didn't tell me? You didn't get married, but I got engaged, Brune. Absolutely. So yeah. And I didn't propose, my partner did. I was playing Scrabble with her and put my hand in the bag of pieces and pulled out a ring. I didn't know what was going on. How are you going, Burn? Right, is that what I want? It is. I think that's what we want. Big lady, congratulations. Thanks very much. Appreciate it. The whole reason I moved here was to be with my partner, and obviously it paid off. She must think I'm alright. So does that one... I'm still waiting for the bus streams. Well, I do have the bus here now, where I've moved to, but I just don't have a shed at the moment to do any work. But all in good time. They probably will end up being YouTube videos. We'll see. I don't know. Just depends. But it hasn't been forgotten about, that's for sure. So what about if we had that one? That gets me to the height I want, but I don't like it like that. I think it needs to be one, two. I think these odd shapes really do my head in. So I'm still off getting to that spot. But yeah, I can't enter. Oh, actually, there's no reason why I can't move these pillars. Let's get rid of this. I did this like that. Yeah, it's just not symmetrical, that's all. But that does work better. And then this can lead down. So this that works. Could also, that kind of doesn't work. That lip there. Maybe that one doesn't exist. I could have another, this could be a two-way here. Like that. And then we're going to have some I should have covered the walkways in the blueprint, shouldn't I? So now these do we go around the corner and up? We do it the same way. It'll be a bit different this time because I think we should do it I've got a floating power pole there for some reason. kind of works. And then this one, well, no, we don't have, we'll just do this and close it off. Ah, this one's done wrong then. Right, two things have changed in the blueprint: the color of the catwalks and those. So we'll go and fix that. Oh no, I didn't do those on this side, so no, that's just my fault. I did it poorly. Can't blame the blueprint. Save lag there. Alright, we'll save that. That's the only two changes I made. Now there's no reason why I couldn't stack it, to be honest. It went... That's the way it went. I think it'll add a nice feel to the factory. So then, here. And these ones, I'm going to go the other way. that way. Where are we going? Do we? Oh, we went too far. That's right, we went too far. Cool. Now I just got to power them all together. So I think what we'll do is they all look like they're gonna maybe this one will come out. Sweet. Sort of finish off of all of that, and now let's do the other ones. We'll hook up the power properly, and we could even have a go across to there. Kind of. They're not lined up nicely, but anyway. I'm wondering if I join them there in that bit. I think so. And then we just have to connect that to the grid. And we've got our first one. And I've got a power pole here. Kind of almost directly there. So we've got an hour of battery by the looks of it once this charges. now to get charged. Right. Now, before I build the next one, I want to... Let me go over to the fuel area. Oh, crap. That could have been one more that way. Doesn't matter. It wouldn't have made any difference. And I want to change that. The conveyor belt. No. The oil pipe to be a Mark 6 coming up from down below. Because there's not enough, there's enough oil coming through, but it's the exact amounts and it's not reaching everything. So I want to see what a Mark 6 pipe, a Mark 2 pipe does. So when I say Mark II, I mean I've got a 300 coming out of there and a 300 coming out of there. So I'm going to make those sections there. To here. Now I'm going to see, and I'm going to get rid of these valves. Now I just want to see if that solves it. If pushing more oil in than I've actually got fixes it, I'll be very interested. Because basically these have been working at 100%, but these ones haven't. Now that I've got, seeing as I'm just going to throw as much crude oil into it as possible, will that make any difference? It's the same with these ones down here, they haven't been getting. But see, they are now. They're getting a crap ton of oil. So it's that whole pipe slosh bullshit. It's not those generators that have been having an issue though. It's these ones down here. Because these ones get fed off these here. See, now I've got a flat line, yeah. A fat line. I ain't lying. Which means this will make these more consistent. Because these would not have been getting, yeah, so these have been running at 85%. So there should be a more steady flow. Of polymer resin now. And we'll just keep an eye on the power. I mean, the answer is, if that made a difference, will be in the power graph saying solid or not. Simple as that. I think I'll go up here and just try and take a photo while I think about it. There. Sun's just about to go down. You can't see the animation from this distance. It's supposed to be a summer sleep in that. There it is. No, I want to go a bit lower. But now I'm not in the right. That's better. Still want to be a bit higher. Oh, the other one too is It's enough photos. Check the power again. Flat line. So that's all it was, just pushing enough oil through, making the pipes full. Looks like I forgot a belt. I reckon that power stuff we just did. We could probably do another one over there as well, behind the copper. Maybe. Well, there is room technically here. Like nothing's driving through here. So this. So it's 5 wide, that is that there. So yeah, I reckon we fill this area in too. Probably that's we'll see. I had it there. Just put this across here. Let's do this properly. So it should be there. If it lines up with the existing one there, and then we could do another one back to back. Or if there's room, probably not. Maybe just put another one of these here. To separate them. Why don't you want to build mechanics are weird sometimes. So I want the open side, this side. Well, actually no. It wouldn't matter because I've got to build it anyway. Yeah, that's beautiful. There's no clipping. I think we'll do that. And what we'll do is this. This will go I'm trying to think if this goes up or what. Because if you came up and then you could go across, yeah, across and around and then up again. From down here, run through here. Right, just waiting on wire and yeah, wire. That's right, yep. So just gotta let those supplies build up to build the next one, but while we're waiting we can do there's a few things we can do. Frame walls. Kind of planned that a bit differently, didn't I? It's only here, alright, there's a frame wall here. Is that right? So I got that right. Actually, no, we might get rid of this. We might get rid of this one too, to be honest. And I reckon we will go Yeah, I reckon. It's going to be there. Nah. I think what we'll do is the junction. No, it's not supposed to go that way. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, and then just go up. Yep. So what happens if you try and go? Yeah, you're blocked off. Fair enough. Yep. And then you walk up. That one. Put the other one on top first, then we'll finish it off. Oh, we may have to delete a couple inside because of this. Yeah, that's the right way. That one there, it's just been calcified, that's all. Really struggle getting around there though. Right, this one. Sweet. Right. Mickle GPX, hi, are you far into Satisfactory? In this playthrough, I haven't completed phase 3 yet. We're about to start manufacturers, doing computers, heavy modular frames, all that sort of stuff. Been in plenty of other playthroughs, we've done it before. What about yourself? First time you've gotten past stage 3, fair enough. Yeah, sometimes these things happen. Don't worry. Are you enjoying it? Getting past stage 3? That's the important question. You're looking for a storage system, we have a lot of trouble. So you're playing with a group of friends, I take it. Are you using the dimensional depots? Absolutely lovely, finally not needing the, also probably better known as encased steel beams. Yeah, right. All you gotta, I wouldn't get too wound up because I tell you what, there's going to be another thing that comes along that gives you similar vibes, I reckon. It's quite possible. Just a hunch. Have you've got Dimensional Depot working with that? Is that something you've done? Just me and a friend, we haven't unlocked Dimensional Depot yet. Currently our base idea is we've got a huge main base and we've trained from factories, so Theoretically, we never have to leave the big base. In all honesty, the dimensional depot is going to remove a need for central storage. If you invested the time getting your dimensional depot set up, your problems would be answered, I reckon. But otherwise, if you looked at, give me one sec. I've got a tutorial here on Awesome Sync overflow. That's what it is.
Buckle up, there's a raid incoming.
Somewhere.
Thank you, Spongelet, for the raid of 85 viewers.
Spongelet's coming to the raid, and here I am just looking at my screen for a button. Overflow splitter. There. Welcome in, viewers. Welcome, Spongelet. Thanks for coming in with the raid. That's an example of smart flow and programmable splitters, and that's going to help you if you're bringing all the stuff together at a central location, how you can process it all. I don't have a central storage guide as of yet. Welcome, Sponget. Call me Blaze coming with a raid. Welcome. Nagareth, hello, welcome. Gazalanche, thank you. Welcome in those wonderful raiders. Folks, if you're not following Sponget, you should be. He's an absolute awesome streamer. And Mikkel, I just did the aluminum factory.
Thank you, all Bebop,
first
for the
try.
follow.
Really satisfying to make without a tutorial. That's absolutely awesome to hear that you got the aluminum sorted out. Yeah. And we had Kayle Live followed me an hour ago that I forgot to thank them for. Thank you. And Orb Bebop dropping a follow. Welcome. How are you all today? We're working on some power storage here. Just trying to get something going on, you know, something different. Do I want to... I might also do that coming up from the outside. And if you need to disappear, sponge it, by all means. Don't think you have to hang around. Our current base issue is we built this huge centered storage location, but we have 6 trains coming in, so it needs to work relatively quickly. And sorting and storing problem is I built our plastic and rubber factory. It works a bit too well. It completely overclocked our storage more than once. So overflow. You need to have a look at that link I just put in chat before on overflow. That's how I'll show you here. So I've got, for instance, here, this is my wire. I've got wire being made here, and I've got a smart splitter here, and I'm saying copper ingot, go straight ahead, right, overflow. And then that goes to a belt that runs all the way along here and goes over to our Awesome Sync. And 69 coupons. I think that's it, folks. I think I finished the game. I mean, what else could you want with 69 coupons? Can't take a photo of that. those things have become my favorite inventory. But yeah, that's how you want to, yeah, prevent your storage from filling up. Is to sink what your, once it fills, you want to sink it. Otherwise, as you found, you're going to have a sinking feeling. Favorite building when the plastic overclocked is about getting creative? Ah, cool. I wonder what 69 coupons could get Ada to do, guys. That's a good question. Alright, that feels much better. Man, I like this. Power storage. Alright, so now I've just got to hook all this power storage up and we'll be right. Oh, this one should run across to there. Yeah, absolutely. What am I doing? That's not right. Really close to unclocking the hover pack for the first time. Hell excited. Yeah, you're going to enjoy that. That's a really good addition to the game, that's for sure. Alright. That sounds like you're really enjoying it. That's the main thing.
Hey, Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you, Mikkelgs, for the follow.
Thank you for that follow. Oh, I don't think our power's going to run through that rock. So I think I might do these at this end actually. It's the best time I've had with the game for as long as I remember. Yeah, well the 1.0 or if you're playing the 1.1 and experimental, they're both really good experiences. They really did well with the end of the game. 100%. Yeah, I hadn't played since update 6 before I got back into it. And yeah, it's definitely pretty awesome. Power coming through here in a sec. down here. Yesterday I entered some sort of galaxy brain moment with built a 22,500 megawatt battery storage area. It takes about 12 hours to charge it, but when charged it should be able to keep us with zero power for about 5 hours. Wow, awesome. You bought it like 3 weeks ago, played like 5 different worlds, and about as new as you get. Wow, awesome. Yeah, well, welcome to the Satisfactory community. It's there's a lot of people who love this game, I'll tell you that. Guys, Oracle, the moment I discovered it was literally a couple of screenshots that made me look at it upon a Steam. Saw the reviews and checked some vids, instant purchase. Yeah, right, yep. Yes, because it's a no-brainer, isn't it? It's an amazing game. Right, so now if I go up, I'm going to fix some power stuff. So that power that's running over to there is doing that. And that to there. Right, so that should let me get rid of this here. Yep, and then
Hey Smackin', you just got a follow.
Thank you Casper0357 for the follow.
Casper, coming in with that follow, thanks very much. No, I don't like how they pop out like that, so I'm going to do that to there, and that to there. Really? No. I think I might have to go with a... might just go with a normal double wall. So that one to there. That one to there. Right, so our battery now has gone to 8,000. Our charge rate is 8,000. Alright, so they all should be. These ones aren't hooked up, so we're going to hook those up to that. So I think I'll do here. I didn't do any of these. So we'll get another 4,000 out of these. Okay, so I did those ones. Tight little corner to get through, but we got through it. Excuse me. Alright, back up the top and hook that up. And this is, no, we've got to go down further again. Now we can go up. And then I should just be able to hook that to that. Now all of these are on, and we should have that's it. Beautiful. All right, so that's the power storage done. Pretty happy with how that has worked out. We can add more later if we want, but I think that's enough. Fix that up. And this, I'm not sure what to do with this area. I think it's safety barricades. In order. Yeah, it's looking good. We're getting there. Okay. All right, we're up to hatcher protein. Bingo. So we've got a few coupons going on now. Max, hello, welcome. How are you today? 43 protein in my inventory for. I killed a hatcher, that's why I've got a hatcher. Take that with me. Right, that gets rid of that. And we'll go over here, get rid of this wood and leaves. For some more liquid biofuel. Where is it? Oh, see, here it is. Alright. So wood in there. Oh, why have I got leaves in my wood box? Actually. It's a nice little setup we've got there. Wait, how do you get belts that go that closely on top of each other? When I try to make a blueprint, it looks ugly as hell. Same with pipes. I just end up balancing them on each other, but it makes placing and connecting pumps an absolute nightmare. So there's a couple of things going on there. Let's have a look. So you mean, yeah, let's have a look over here. So you mean sort of like this, how you've got multiple belts all going across. That's where, so the first thing is, there's a couple of different things. You've got your stackable conveyor poles. And they should have just been unlocked normally. Did you know, when you're building, if you tap E, it changes between the different available build items. Like in this case, the belts. If you hold E down, it brings up the wheel. So you can also choose them that way. Now here, these ones here are conveyor ceiling mounts. Same again, I can cycle through with E the different options. But conveyor ceiling mounts, you have to unlock them in the Awesome Sync. So in the Awesome Shop. So you build the, you get coupons with the Awesome Sync and the coupons that you buy things in the Awesome Shop. So that's one of the things in the Awesome Shop. And that leads me into the last thing is your stackable pipelines. That's a conveyor. You get these stackable pipeline supports when you unlock. Can't remember exactly. I'll tell you. When you unlock Mark III logistics in Tier 4 of the hub. I didn't know they were stackable that way. I just used it as zoom function, and that looks, yeah. If you've got any other questions, feel free to ask. Also, that's my website, and it may help you. May help answer a few more questions. Photos always looks good. Oops. Right, yeah, what else is I doing? We've done that. Right. It's pretty cool. All right. What else? I think think that's going to do it for me for today. I'm a little bit worn out. Yeah, if you've got any other questions before I wrap up, now would be the time to ask. That must have finished. Yeah, there's 93 remains. 80 coupons. Coupons galore. So, wandering silence. How's Randy doing? He's doing well. He's having a snooze. He was drooling the other night. He went out and had dinner. When he come back in, he was just drooling from one side of his mouth. It was really weird. And after a while, we sort of tried to have a look at his mouth, and we couldn't see anything, and then it just stopped. So yeah. At least we didn't have to go to the vet. Hey, there was a power cable. Yeah, let's finish this. Fix this power cable coming down here. Why do I have a power cable? And that was going down to do that, to then do what? Under there. So all I'm doing is going, right, okay, I'm gonna change that. I know how we do that. Gaz, peace out. Smirch, gonna watch a movie, hit the hay, enjoy the rest of your stream. Thanks, Gaz. We'll chat to you later. So,
and as the saying goes, choo choo, motherfuckers.
indeed it does. Indeed it does, Gaz. I'll make these. Man, I don't like how that power the cycling of that works. I'm trying to stand up high so I can see. There's not many cliff faces. That's naughty. That goes there, that goes there. Right, that. And then that just bounced back to there. So now I don't need that. Let's make sure. Yeah, now it's not going anywhere. Well, that fixes up that little nastiness that I had there. Everything's running okay, we've got enough power. Sorry, wondering silence. I missed you. Too. I hope he's all right. Maybe he was dwelling in anticipation that we would bring home something yummy. You had to know what it was, but it hasn't happened again since. So, Bob's your uncle. It's all good. I think that's it. I think I'm done for the day. We'll find someone to raid. We'll go and see how many coupons we've got. They keep going up, but 86. Those power towers look awesome. Good little use of that bit of factory floor space. We could do another one, say there maybe at some point. Who knows? But I'm very happy with that. So what else did we do? I did the oil. I upgraded the pipe as well. Yeah. Anyway, that should be it for today, I think. Wandering Silence, you're building anything fancy with this one like that Russian hospital? With this one, every item, like iron rods, has its own factory. So and then I have to get the product from every factory to every other factory for the production line. So, and it's all separated with roads. So it's kind of, it will be fancy. I'm waiting on update 1.1 for the foundation wall holes, and that'll really make conveyor wall holes. That'll make a real difference. And some of the other stuff for aesthetics, it's going to be awesome. Just waiting for that to come, and then we'll start doing some more decorative stuff. But we're about to get stuck back into production lines because we unlocked manufacturers, and I haven't done computers, heavy module frames, or any of that stuff yet. And we're about to just start going nuts on building all that stuff. So I've been trying to get everything a bit cleaner first before we go through and start add a bunch more stuff for the factory. Tidy it up at this stage while it's easy. And today we did the power storage. We got we made a blueprint of the power storage, and we set up 3 of those. I think it was about 12,000 megawatts of charge hours, something like that. I'll have to have a look later, but yeah. So that's charging. There's another half an hour to go before it's fully charged, but that'll happen through the next stream. We upgraded a couple of the oil pipes from the back of the train station buffers to the production lines to Mark II, And that seemed to fix the fluctuation I was getting with the not enough oil coming in, because I was using the exact amount and that seemed to be not good. And we also played with the priority power switch a bit. I'm not sure about that. I want to go and put that on a power setup so that they take priority power and over the other factory buildings. So we'll get to that. It's been quite busy. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.